Hello Dave. Thanks for following me. So yeah, you see I was doing this yesterday, and when I placed it here I felt like, well, this is useless guys, because you'll never see how is it, right? Unless I tilt it. So there he is. I like this guy, it's fun. You know what I need? I need something softy where I can lie him on top. And incidentally, I have a random bag of wool where I can lie him down. There you go. Ooh, I just got a Twitch achievement. A stream for 2 unique days in the last 30 days. Rocking it, baby.
Individual could be a high-level target.
I can't go to Yemen. I'm an analyst. Get on the plane.
Cool.
There's something different about his agenda.
I've got this space inside my heart, and I need you to patch me up. I feel lost, I feel lost. Will you be my love? 'Cause I need you. To sleep easy. To sleep easy. To sleep easy. I've got this
I really have no idea what to do with this guy.
inside my heart, and I need you.
Ehi, Facco! Ciao! Come stai?
I feel lost, I feel lost.
Guarda, ti mostro cosa sto cercando di fare. È tipo 20 centimetri, credo, qualcosa di simile. E qui mi faccio la manina e terrà un palloncino. Però l'ho iniziato parecchio tempo fa e non mi ricordo più esattamente qual era il piano. Sono contento che stai bene. Tu hai bimbi? Ne hai mille ora? Hai una piccola squadra di Facco? Hi, spiteful nerd. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Apologies, but there is also an Italian viewer, so I might switch between English and Italian every so often. I hope you don't mind. In the meantime, I was saying that I will be working on this little dinosaur. The plan is to finish it one day, and it's entirely made of Sculpey Firm and Sculpey Beige, just because I wanted to test something big. Well, good learning then. So I changed the setup. Oh, bene, bene, sono contenta però che siete felici. Facco, ogni tanto parlerò un po' in inglese così l'altra persona può anche capire quello che dico. Tanto te mi capisci, se non hai capito qualcosa mi scrivi, no? So the plan for this guy is not quite clear to me. The reason why there is this behind is so he doesn't get smashed on you know, it maintains its shape. This is how it looks like for now. I was trying to build the, of course the word eludes me now, the collarbone? Yeah, collarbone. The collarbone section here, and I was trying to build a little bit of the shoulder blades. I would like to put like 2 small tiny wings, you know, Pete's dragon style. Facco, ti ricordi Elliot il drago invisibile? L'idea è di fare 2 alettine di quelle piccoline buffe simili. But the wings will be the last thing that I will do. Le ali saranno l'ultima cosa che comunque mi metto a fare. So yeah, this pack of wool, it's just to help me not to squish it too much against the table. I changed the setup a little bit before I was over there last week. I'm basically under the roof where the main computer is, and it was super hot, and I was working on a super tiny pieces, which you might have run away because, you know, maybe you had better thing to do. So yeah, there is an armor underneath here and a big ball of tin foil, but not that big. This is a lot. There's a lot of Sculpey here. And now, yeah, I'm trying to work on these little parts to see. I hope. Thank you. Oh my god, emotions. Do you know, I set up this channel because, like everybody else, time when you want to invest it on things that you are passionate about is never enough. So between work and all the things, I thought maybe if I set up a channel I would feel a little more responsibility to actually do something. So that's why I'm here. And I've been learning a lot about how to use Twitch. I feel like a super noob, not knowing. Like last time, I think I streamed for 2 hours, a miniature that I will find. I don't know if you saw it. And it was so small that I had to basically, I got eye strain for 2 days, and I thought, okay, I need to change the setup because I needed to be able not, you know, to lean over if I need to, but you still see the piece instead of just seeing the top of my head. Although if you can count on my white hair, that would be also very helpful. So I'm clearly a fan of Elliot and all the dragons and all fantasy things. Facco, what are you working on? I know that you have a beautiful website too. Your Facebook page with all your fairy doors is awesome. Okay, I need to find out more than anything. I want to decide which face to give this guy. It doesn't help that there are different colors of clay on his face. I was reading a very good book about sculpting. The book was mentioning that they use basically the flesh color for every other part of the body but the face. Ah, you're good, Facco. You should not blush. Don't blush. I like your stuff. And also, you're a good friend. You know I won't lie to you. So yeah, basically this book was saying that using Sculpey Gray, it is ideal when you're sculpting a face. And if you think about it, it's excellent because basically when you point the light to a gray area, you see the shadows and like the different planes, you know, the plane of your cheekbone, the plane of your forehead and how it falls and your profile and everything. And I think it was very interesting. But then I finished the firm and I yet have to order some. So I had to continue this little guy with the flesh. So that's what I'm trying to do now. Trying to lay down a little bit of a flesh colored. You can hear me fine, right? Microphone volumes are cool. Last time I had a little bit of problems because I forgot the mic on mute. That was quite cool. Right. So there are a lot of streaks. I don't know if you can see the streaks. Yeah, you see a lot of streaks. I'm not too worried about those. Those will come later. The polishing is one of the last things. So I'm trying to kind of find a balance between the cheekbones. Like for example here, I need more material here around this area. And sometimes making little pancakes like these are really helpful because you don't add too much. Oh yes, yes, absolutely, I agree. But you see, I think the difference here is that you can always cover once it's done, you know, with a nice color, with blushing and so on. Although I'm not extremely good with painting yet. But I suppose the more you do, the more you learn. So yeah, these little pancakes are excellent because you add a very small quantity of you know, you said something beautiful about our non-magical word. I wonder, do you think how many people think like us and they all disappear in this fantasy world? I think Hollywood is helping with all these superheroes as well. It's somewhat magical. So Paco is asking me a question if I find myself nicely using this. It's actually the first time I use it. Paco, è la prima volta che lo uso perché di solito questo lo scolpisco in piedi e mi piego. So però vedi, non so se riesci a vedere, ma c'è una bella quantità di lana qui dentro e me lo solleva senza schiacciarlo troppo. Secondo me è una buona idea, sai? Specialmente se hai qualcosa di così che non ho fissato in un'armatura. So normally a sculpture like this, first it should have an external armor that just kind of goes in. Like imagine a rod going through his backbone here and literally pierce through and latch to, I don't know, an armor like this. So you have a bolt here and a pipe that comes in. And once it's done, the only thing you do, you release the external bolt and then you unplug the sculpture. And then you of course fill the hole. So in absence of that, and because I didn't plan, and because I thought, oh, let's make a dragon, and then it was way too big than what I could handle, that's how we went. So the pillow, it's a last minute decision, Paco. L'ho deciso 3 minuti fa, and thankfully I had one here because I was already online. So thankfully I had the pillow immediately. So yeah, these eyes are not bad. Paco, if you're interested, look. I bought these eyes in China. You know, AliExpress. Let me show you how they look like. I mean, they're not excellent, but to train and to do cheap things are cool. So they're fully glass, and there is basically a sheet of paper underneath with a good print. And the print normally has a slight reflection of where the... Sorry, I'm blind. Come on, focus, focus. It doesn't focus. Alright. I will leave a picture on Facebook so you can see it. They're not bad. They have a good thickness and a good, you see, a good dome, which is not bad at all. And I think they were like a pack of 50, like maybe €2. I mean, it takes like a month or 40 days for them to come. So much that when they arrive, I'm like, oh my god, what did I buy? I forgot already. It was too much time has passed. By the way, thank you. Grazie, Paco, che ci sei. Thank you, Spiteful Nerd, for joining me this evening. It's a nice surprise, and you're very welcome to join in and give tips or suggestions or ask questions. Because after a while, if I listen to my voice, I'm like, I'm not sure many people like their voice. Okay, how does it look? Maybe I should increase this area so I lift his snout a bit and this part will automatically come together. No, è vetro, quindi non si scioglieranno. Però non li ho mai usati. This is the first time I use them. So... oh, you're very welcome. But ask questions though, because, you know, I feel like I'm a noob too. So there's always good opportunities to learn from everybody. So these eyes, they should not, because they're full glass. The only part it's actually not glass is that little paper underneath. And what do you do, Spiteful Nerd? Have you created something, or you are still thinking? Oh, Fakko, I need to show you something. Do you want to see some of the heads that I recently made? Look, this is the... no, not this one. I lied. Where is it? This one. Yeah, me too. Look at this one. It's the last one I made. I made it a little... it has a little mole here. I think I will paint it slightly brown and then probably glue like a little thread of wool. I think it would be cool. Thank you. Look, big ears as well I made. And it's a 2 inches, I think. It's a 2 inches head. And the eyes are onyx beads. And on this one I did quite a bit of work on the texture of the lips. I really wanted to kinda... I mean, you can't see it properly here, I suppose. I also live in the countryside in Ireland, and you know, we have the internet that we have. But so I'm happy enough. Apologies for the quality. There are some pictures on Instagram and on Facebook as well of these stuff. Every so often I try to lift my spirit and I post them there. So yeah, I should really work on this guy. And then I made this one before him. I tried to have a little fantasy still, because very intricate ears. Less how would you say, prominent? How would you say when the ears looks like Dumbo? I don't know the word in English. I don't know, but you understand what I mean. See, they're more attached to the head. A bit, you see, it has a little bit of a high eyebrow here and a lower here. And these eyes are amazing. These eyes came with a set from US. They cost like 15 quid each. Not each, sorry, per couple. It's an enormous amount of money. In fact, I only had this one. I'm trying to look if I can find the source for maybe a little less. And this guy has has teeth. I said real teeth. So you see, I sculpted the teeth before building the head. I took translucent polymer clay to do that. Facco, ho preso del primo translucent, size Sculpey primo translucent, and I created 2 little teeth, and I put them slightly... you see that they're not perfect, they're kind of misaligned, to give him a little bit of cuteness. And I love big noses, like I was saying last time. Thank you though that you like these guys. They're all like test heads, you know? Like this one was before those ones. So the more you learn... Crooked, thank you. Little crooked teeth. Yes, you're right, crooked. So yeah, this one is completely random material. It's not very good. Although I didn't work as much as on these ones. But yeah, I like. There is also this guy that came afterwards. I tried to go for a look a little bit like surprise. Oh, okay. So Fakko is saying that in order to smooth the surface this much, a lot of people sanded the piece So what I did instead is using alcohol propylene. Quello che faccio io, faccio la scultura e poi uso... hai presente il gel per le mani? Tipo... il lavamani che si usa tipo nelle carrozzerie o cose simili, a volte ha dei granuli dentro. Senza granuli ha un alto tasso di acidità e quello senza granuli liscia benissimo. E questa è... This material is Living Doll Sculpey, and I was telling Facco that sometimes there is some hand gel that can actually help smoothing. Yeah, this is not sanded. None of these are sanded. And I don't think I will ever sand these pieces. I like them organic, you know? Hi. They need to be friends. Maybe one day they will be in the same place. Oh, I just noted that there is a slight shade of color on his nose. Maybe I will make it like a little tipsy with a little blush on his nose. So this guy, I'm confused. I don't know exactly which face to give him. So yeah, we decided that we left this snout, right? Yeah, I think it's needed. Okay. Yeah, exactly. The hand sanitizer. I think that's ideal. If you find one that it's not too intense, otherwise it takes off too much clay. Se ne trovi uno un po' più delicato che non tira via troppo materiale, vanno benissimo. Invece di tutti questi oli del cazzo che costano un sacco di soldi, che non servono a niente comunque. You know, sometimes people advertise, this is the perfect tool. Alright, thank you so much. Have a good evening. Bye bye. And thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. And awesome for the mercy wings, by the way. I noticed a little touch. Ok. Cosa dici, Facco? Non so che orecchie dargli. Non so, cosa gli do? Delle orecchiette da capra o... Tipo l'altro giorno stavo pensando che magari gli faccio 2 antennine. Sì. Quello lo scioglie subito, vero? Se dovessi comprare l'alcol propilene, il suggerimento mio è di utilizzare un barattolino tipo questi. Queste qui sono perline di ceramica. Un barattolino come questi e letteralmente ne metti tipo un pochino qua e con un micro pennello, perché se usi troppa roba demolisce tutto, hai ragione. Quindi stai rifacendo la pagina Facebook, ho letto. Dimmelo se stai giocando e non ti frega un cazzo di parlare. Così parlo e basta, ti racconto la storia. Sei fissato sul mio drago. Ti manderò, sai cosa? Ti manderò delle foto. Sai che faccio? Aspetta, fammi vedere se... ti dovrei mandare delle foto. Perché ogni tanto faccio un sacco di raccolte di queste... scusami, non raccolte, faccio le foto ai pezzi e poi costruisco un piccolo album giusto per tenere traccia. Purtroppo questo qui ho iniziato una sera che il telefono era morto e non ho potuto non ho potuto fare le foto. Guarda, ti sto mandando il link delle poche foto che ho fatto mentre lo costruivo, così lo vedi un po' meglio. E vedi anche l'orecchio orribile che ho creato. Ma non ti cambiano il nome per quale motivo? Perché hai troppi viewer? Che cazzate. Guarda, la cosa positiva è che hai i nomi, quindi gli messaggi tutti, gli dici guardate, mi sono trasferito. Sì, ho letto nel tuo messaggio. Devi davvero avere tanti follower, non serve a un cavolo, se intanto non ti seguono e hanno cliccato like solo perché, che ne so, lavori con loro, robe simili, sai? Oh, guarda, se è così, è così. Io penso che quando l'ho creata la pagina, l'avevo appena pubblicata, mi sono resa conto che avevo messo forse la prima lettera maiuscola o qualcosa, non mi ricordo. Comunque gli avevo chiesto di aiutarmi e mi hanno risposto, dato che la tua pagina è così giovane, abbiamo potuto fare un'eccezione. Sai, queste cagate assurde, come se ne andasse della loro reputazione, capito? Sai cosa voglio provare, Paco? Voglio provare a dire alla telecamera di non fare l'autofocus, perché secondo me si muove un po' troppo. Vediamo, magari zoom un pelino. Vabbè, però zoom col focus, ok. Ok. Sai cosa? Fai un album. E poi no, sai cosa? Crei la pagina intera e dopo inviti tutti. Così loro si vedono solo le nuove foto. Capisco cosa intendi, quello potrebbe essere noioso. Però dai, lo sanno che non è una mania di grandezza o che non lo stai facendo per attirare l'attenzione, perché ti frega. E tutti questi siti che ti dicono compra qui, se la allontani leggermente e metti il focus piccolo, se la allontani il focus è ora è fisso, vedi? E ho zoomato un pelo così si può vedere un pochino di più magari. Vedi che non c'è più il... Oh no, c'è, maledetto. Avevo tolto. Ok, così 0 zoom e 0 autofocus. Vediamo come va. Dovresti vedere, Paco, ho fatto 2 righe, c'è una qui, vedi il mio dito qui, 1 centimetro oltre il mio dito c'è una riga di matita sulla scrivania. È la stessa cosa da sta parte, così so dove finisce. Sto cercando di capire come usare queste cose. Troppo grande. Sì, allora Dave mi dice, prima perché non li fai, perché non mettiamo che ne so, sai, del nastro da pittore, no? Che così, perché sai, se ci metto il braccio sopra, dai che ti dai, se ne va, no? Allora guardo Dave e gli dico, ma sai cosa, sì, secondo me si potrebbe rovinare la scrivania. E lui mi dice, ah già. Allora lo guardo e gli dico, sai cosa invece? Prenderò un indelebile e farò una riga. Lui mi guarda e fa, perché l'indelebile non rovina la scrivania. Sono svanita, fatto, quello che ti dico. Certa età ormai. Sai cosa ti suggerisco, Pacco? Su Facebook, ti suggerisco di chiedere accesso al gruppo che si chiama... ma lo scotch di carta dopo un po' rovina tutto, la colla cambia. Si chiama Shiflet Brothers. Skiflet. Ma senza la C. Immaginati Skiflet ma senza la C. Si chiama Shiflet Brothers Sculpting Forum. La qualità del lavoro di questa gente fa paura. È sconvolgente. Fai conto che c'è gente lì che ti dice, ah, ho finito il pezzo, e la settimana dopo te lo trovi in vendita in sideshow, collectibles. Guarda, roba da follia totale. La qualità del lavoro. Ci sono un paio di ragazze italiane anche che fanno sculture di fimo, molto brave, che tipo vincono concorsi e robe simili. C'è un sacco di lavoro. Loro sicuramente carteggiano, sicuro. Io non lo so, io ho un pensiero che io ripiego su questo Facco perché io ho sempre voluto lavorare la ceramica e questo per me è un modo di ovviare alla mancanza. Sei andato sul forum? Per quello mi hai scritto oh my god. Fammi sapere se ci sei, perché ti cade la faccia davvero, E poi c'è gente che lavora col silicone e fanno tipo sti cicciobelli, diciamo, no? Li fanno e poi ti dicono non sono molto felice con la texture che gli ho dato. Fanno lo zoom in e cazzo gli vedi i pori. È sconvolgente, è sconvolgente. Guarda, stacci perché è fantastico, c'è un sacco da imparare. Parlano di roba incredibile che magari io non farò mai. Però per esempio, la maggior parte sono americani. Quindi quando parlano di materiali a volte, sai, dobbiamo ripiegare su altro. Sì, follia. Cioè, guarda, c'è un tizio che fa, mio figlio ha fatto questo disegnino, allora l'ho creato, minchia, scala 1,50 e adesso l'ho venduto al comune è nel parco. Cioè... Ah, ottimo. Sono splendidi. Io non sapevo che tu lavorassi queste cose. Suppongo che lo facevi anche quando ero in Italia, no? Con Lorenzo. Io quando ero in Italia a Genova lavoravo alla ceramica. tipo che ho un certificato da vasaia, facevo lampade, ho fatto un po' di sculture, però sì, insomma, terracotta, dai, ceramica, terracotta. Usavo per lo più il refrattario, anche se ti taglia le mani. Ah, ok, bello. Bello, allora abbiamo fatto più o meno la stessa strada, dai, ci siamo avvicinati a questo come un'evoluzione. Ora, come glielo facciamo il naso qui? Cosa dici? In questo momento vedi, ho sistemato un po' di mento qua sotto, forse gli aggiungo ancora un po' di mento, per farlo simpatico. Allora, l'altro giorno sta a sentire sta cosa, da morire da ridere. Magari non ti frega niente, ma te lo dico uguale. Allora mando un messaggio a mio fratello e mia mamma con il link al canale di Twitch, dicendogli: sarò online tra 2 ore. Ok, questa è la volta scorsa quando mi sono dimenticato di registrare, eccetera. Però ho scritto: sarò online tra 2 ore, ma non so che cosa farò. E basta. Ora immaginate la mia mamma piccina che mentalmente, diciamo, sta un po' invecchiando, che negli ultimi 2 anni da quando ho perso babbo, e si è preoccupata, no? Allora è andata in paranoia, ha iniziato a chiamarmi su Skype mentre io ero in Twitch, ma io non la sentivo perché era il telefono in camera che squillava, io non sentivo, no? E poi mi manda un'email: ma stai bene? Ma è tutto a posto? E poi il giorno dopo mi arriva una notification da Twitch, mi dice: il nickname tal dei tali è diventato tuo amico. E ho detto: ma è mia mamma? Questa qui è andata nel negozio di computer dicendo: mia figlia mi ha mandato questo coso, mi create un account per favore? Perché lei non sa usarlo. E allora si è creata l'account in Twitch. Follia, follia. Mitica mamma, però. Sì, un genio davvero, guarda. Perché io le do un fottio di aiuto, ma sai, cioè, tra lavoro e venire a casa e poi devi continuare ad aiutare gente, ti viene davvero l'ansia dopo un po'. Ok, cioè, vedi, non so se riesci a vedere, ma magari l'ombra non aiuta, però in questa parte qui non c'è abbastanza materiale, la mandibola è migliore qui di qua, allora andrò ad aggiungere un po' di materiale qua. Guarda, non ti so raccontare roba eccessive della mia, però diciamo che quando è mancato babbo mi si è spezzato il cuore ed è ancora in frantumi. Però insomma, secondo me sarebbe contento che faccio ste robe, perché vi faccio coraggio. Hai visto l'outline intorno alla mia testa? Che ho scritto "ma face"? L'odio quel bagaglio lì. Preferirei sparire e non farmi vedere. Hai visto? Cerco di essere un po' scema, così mi distrago dalla paranoia. Sai, Lorenzo è sempre stato quello sociale che ha voglia di uscire e fare cose, io non molto. Cioè, per carità, mi diverto, mi spatacco, però solo se ci sono amici che so che sono amici da tempo, sai? Se invece devo andare in giro la sera giusto perché è sabato, usciamo, no. Perché? Perché? Ma che? Hai un po' di giusto? Se ricordo bene. Che ti frega? Parla così. Sai quanta gente ce l'ha in Inghilterra? È anche molto più buffo perché, considerando la pronuncia che hanno di alcune parole, da morire da ridere. In senso buono, scusami, non volevo essere insensibile. Fregatene. Dopotutto il tuo canale, tu parli e dici quello che vuoi. Cioè, io, se ci pensi, per il tizio che è stato molto gentile, che era qua, io c'ho l'accento di Super Mario, quando parlo in inglese, penso. Sì, secondo me appena inizi te ne freghi. Sai cosa stavo pensando di fare? Stavo pensando di creare un... sai Discord? Conosci Discord? Come programma? Diciamo una versione un po' nuova di TeamSpeak. È una specie di... tipo Twitch, però ti connetti a determinati canali, chat, e se clicchi un bottone puoi parlare. Bene, ottimo. Allora pensavo se magari lo creassi per Arutan e magari si può chiacchierare invece che scrivere, così tu puoi fare le tue cose mentre io faccio le mie. Tu sei sempre in officina? Che mi ricordo... lavoravi in officina? Ah, ottimo! Pingrolino, anche lui è la bimbo, no? Bimba, non mi ricordo più. Sa che era una bimba, era una femmina. Pingrolino, anche lui è la bimbo, no? Bimba. Dio buono se invecchiamo tutti. Lorenzo è appena tornato dalla Romania. Era andato via qualche giorno. C'era il matrimonio di un amico conoscente di sua moglie, no? E Maider... lo so. Guarda, non crederti che per me sia diverso. Magari la cosa bella è che invece di essere magari in una fabbrica sono in un posto dove si parla di videogiochi tutto il giorno, però una rottura di palle. So welcome to whoever is following from Ireland. There is an Italian friend online, so every so often I will switch to Italian. But if you have any questions, if you want to chit chat and join the conversation, you're welcome to. Se poi vuoi una mano con... cioè non sono brava per niente, però tutto quello che vedi su Twitch me l'ho fatto da sola, quindi se ti posso essere d'aiuto dimmelo. Questa cosa ieri ho lavorato anche su dei layout, degli overlay che se qualcuno mi segue fanno la musichina. Tipo se lo vuoi vedere penso che tu possa non seguirmi più e seguirmi di nuovo, giusto per fare un test. Penso che sia da morire da ridere. Ho messo la musica e una piccola immagine. Questo ieri sera tipo alle 2 di notte, prima di andare a letto.
Yeah, you do what you please. That kind of thing brings a man to his knees. Yeah, you do what you
Paco, hai mai usato Living Doll come pasta polimerica? A me ogni tanto mi sembra troppo appiccicoso, tu cosa pensi? Cioè, mi piace molto, secondo me è di migliore qualità confronto a Sculpey il beige. Però forse Paco che avevo era super nuovo. Anche per me. Sai cosa ho fatto? Aspetta.
Some days you feel like a rock
Sorry.
star. And some days you feel like a disco queen. With Spotify Premium, you can play the perfect song for however you're feeling. Without ads interrupting your
Sì, è troppo morbida, però
And with
guarda.
offline listening, you
Allora,
can
questa è
take
la
your
tipica
music with you
pallina
wherever you go.
da dove
Get
iniziano
3
tutte le mie
months of
teste,
premium
ok?
for just 99 cents.
È tipo quasi 3 centimetri, mi sembra. Quasi 4, qualcosa di simile. Guarda cosa ho fatto, Pacco. Allora ho fatto 2 pancake e ho fatto il retro della testa e ne faccio 4 o 5 così e le cuocio tutte. Così quando esce tengo la mia mano bollente dietro e l'unica parte in cui lavoro davanti è quella nuova, fresca. E l'omino, quello con le orecchie a sventola di prima, quello con il... come si dice? Con il bagaglio qua vicino alla bocca. Avevo una heat gun. Quando era troppo soffice, con la pistola a caldo, la puntavo sull'oggetto e l'ho raffermata un po'. E ha aiutato. Però sì, anche le mie mani sono super calde. Specialmente ultimamente. Ma che la heat gun è quella... Sai che tutti la comprano in bossing gun tipo 80-90 euro. Io sono andata tipo da Castorama e ho preso una di quelle da sverniciare a 35 e ho detto va bene così. Ma cosa sono i battecchi? Ah sì, anche io. Anch'io. Infatti hanno tutto il buco dietro. Però, vedi, hanno tutto il buco qua. E di norma è una chopstick o roba simile. E ce la infilo qua e tanti saluti. E poi lui sta in piedi. Però quello che intendo dire è che io uso le mani. Forse per quello che vedi anche la sofficità, diciamo, che sono molto lisci. E io uso le mani il più possibile e poi finisco con i tools. Cioè, gli facciamo un po' di labbra, cosa dici? Fammi fare una Google search per vedere. Vediamo un po'. A volte stampo. Oh, ecco cosa gli manca. Oh merda, me ne sono resa conto ora. Vedi, tu sei pro. Io la mia piattaforma girevole ce l'ho in Italia e adesso proverò a vedere se riesco a spedirmela su. Perché comprare le nuove costano, dai, perché devo spendere i soldi 6 volte? Sai che cosa gli manca, Facco? Guardalo un po' in faccia. Gli manca il naso. Oh, sei un... guarda che quello è geniale, eh? Ottimo. Gli manca il naso, ecco perché sembra strano. Ok, gli facciamo i naricioni qui. Uno qui e uno di là. Ma dai, me la devi troppo linkare. Me la linki su Ikea Italia? Che io ce l'ho... Ce n'ho una professionale da ceramica perché ha tutti i cuscinetti in alluminio sotto, stainless steel. Sai che in ceramica quando decori il piatto appoggi il pennello, anzi appoggi il pennello, la rotella girevole gira e poi hai modo di... appoggi il pennello sopra e fai la riga e inizi a decorare, no? Due buchi via per il naso, dici? Vediamo. Però sì, in effetti 2 buchi e via. Allora, glielo mettiamo qua. Secondo me qua è una buona posizione. Sufficientemente simpatico, però ecco, sì, così. Ti devo far vedere anche altre robe che sto lavorando. Se hai Instagram, dai un'occhiata, ho postato un po' di roba. Ho creato questa gilda qua in Irlanda insieme ad altre persone, ovviamente non è che ho fatto tutto io. E loro lavorano il primo, sai, queste robine da gioielleria, diciamo. Che... cioè non è il mio forte perché a me piace scolpire, però Però è bello imparare, è bello vedere, parlare con persone che magari ti danno suggerimenti di dove comprare la creta. Questa che mi hanno chiesto, oh Cri, ci insegni, dai, ti paghiamo. Ho pensato, minchia. Tipo roba che magari posso fare, che ne so, mezza giornata di corso e mi pagano 50 euro a testa, capito? Divertente. Pensa che c'è gente che vive così. Paura, eh? Appunto. Non mi piace mica, sai? No, il naso glielo mettiamo sopra invece. Forse gli devo togliere il corno. Dove ce l'hanno il naso i rinoceronti? Ah, ce l'hanno di fianco in basso qua. Ok, allora glielo mettiamo qua. Ok. Oh, welcome back! Oh my god. I'm honored. Welcome back. I hope you had a nice tea. Actually, speaking of tea. So, spiteful, spitey. I discovered that this guy didn't have a nose. So I've been googling some rhino noses and some Elliot's dragon noses or other dragon noses. And I haven't decided yet, so I'm just testing a couple of nostrils and place them randomly to see how much I like him or not. This is not too bad. Well, they could be a bit more closer, maybe. Well, beside being symmetrical and that, we can work on that later, right? Let's not go into it. Okay, again. Yeah, I thought it looked weird, and I think it looks weird because it doesn't have a nose. You know, yeah. So what I'm doing a sphere. I'm cutting it in half so I have a similar quantity of clay. And now let's see where I want it. Maybe here? What do you think? Maybe here it's a good compromise. I also, while you were away, I also built a little bit of chin here and a little bit of the jawline, because one side was a bit stronger than the other one. Have you tried the snake nose slits? Yes, but I wanted to ask you, I always think that snake nostril, unless the character is well built, they might look a little malignant. Do you know, like there is this resemblance of evil. Do you know, like Voldemort and all that? Actually, you know who? Because, you know, I shouldn't mention it. Yeah, I tried this. I don't know, should we do it? Because if I were to do those slits that you are mentioning, right, I will probably do it or here on the side. And then I should flatten it though, because I wouldn't really want the nose to be that prominent. I don't know, let's do this though, let's try. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm gonna try on this slide and we will enlarge this one a little bit. And let's just leave it there in terms of just not polishing it. you know that this is actually not bad, but I always like these guys to be, I don't know, chubby and friendly, like someone that you can rely on. Like you could speak to a little dragon. Thank you, Facco. Grazie. Ci guardo dopo. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you can see that I'm trying to make one here. So usually what I do, I take a bowl, a stylus, ball stylus, and I create like the top a little wider, and then I kind of, you know, like you said, I create the slits. Again, this is not the way to do it, you know, I by no means I'm a professional. I mean, if only I had the time or the talent for it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying though, okay? Maybe it works. Then I will need to change a little bit the snout though, because like here it should be, you see there should be more continuance, like here in this area. And maybe even between the two. Let's see. I want to see now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do a little ball to see, because the only way I think, but a snake nose will work if there is continuance between the two nostrils. I can't imagine a snake slits to work with two independent nostrils, when instead, like if you look at Elliot's, the two independent nostrils works because they're quite funny as well to look at. So I want to see. Oh yeah, no, don't worry at all. It's actually good. I haven't thought about that, so it's actually a good idea. That's why it's always good to speak with friends, you know? But yeah, also who said that snake nose should always be evil? We could always just change the cards on the table, you know? Rebel ourselves to status quo. Let's make nostrils how we wish. Ok, I built too much. Oh, Facco, ti devo far vedere sto tool. So this is a handmade tool, guys. Questo l'ho fatto a mano. This is a Chinese takeaway chopstick. I cut it in half with a little saw. And then a friend of mine on Facebook was saying that he's changing the chords of his guitar. So I picked the thinnest one. And can you see I folded it here? It's a curve. And on the other side I folded it and it's spiky. And this is excellent to remove excess clay, like so. And you can't find a tool this small, you have to make it yourself. Yeah, it's super tiny. È davvero piccolo, sì. But it actually really helps. Because otherwise, altrimenti you need to take the X-Acto knife and try to be very careful, and then if you cut too much, you know, if you are in critical places, it might be dodgy. So I made that the other night, some time ago, and it was great. Especially for small things. You know what? I think I will leave them. You might be a spiteful nerd, but you had a great idea. I've always preferred the word geek to nerd, because I'm a geek and I'm a nerd too. I suppose. It doesn't have a good... Oh, il tipo italiano? Quello toscano? Beppo, Bopu... Fammi vedere. Sì, lui, è un mito. È un mito. Both handmade. L'ho visto. Yeah. Secondo me il tipo prende spunto da How to Train Your Dragon, perché i draghetti sono identici. So I turned it, guys, because it's difficult to go above the nose without seeing it, and I would have had to bend it too much. So I'm just doing this now. A volte penso che ci sia un modo più veloce di fare queste cose. E poi penso, chi se ne frega. I was saying that sometimes I think that there might be a way to do this kind of things a bit faster. You know, to be more effective in terms of timing. And then I go back to my thought and I think, who the hell cares anyway? Let's just take the time that it takes. Sorry, I need more light. It's getting dark, isn't it? Hai ragione. But if practice helps you speeding up the process because you know all the steps, right? Wouldn't that mean that you're doing over and over the same thing? I mean, I enjoyed doing these 4 heads in a, like, let's say a 4-week time. And not because it took 4 weeks, but just because I had only like 3 hours in 2 evening per week. Would that really be good, doing always the same thing? I suppose if you always do faces but you change the characters that you're doing or creating. You know, Spiteful? It's gonna have a snake nose and I'm gonna love it. After all, is a big snake, right? A big dragon. Well, not big, it's a tiny one, but it's cute. Oh, I love that you have the mercy. Oh god, emoticons, they're awesome. I have them too. Really cool. Did you enjoy? Which one did you follow? Which stream did you follow to get the wings and the mercy? Maybe we were on the same channel, imagine that. Cheering for them. Yes! I watched Queenie too. She's amazing. I watched Queenie too. I'm following her actually. She has not been online in the last couple of days. Or maybe if she was, I was working probably. I really like her. And it's not just that she plays very well. She has a good bunch of people following her. Like me and you, for example. No, it's cool. She was really sweet. Everybody who participated in that. Yeah. It's crazy because the spray arrive in waves. That's what I learned from the stream. They arrived in waved and you know, they arrive at random whenever they're sent. As long as you have the hours, Twitch will send them to you. So That's very cool. I enjoyed that stream. And you know what I discovered? Facco. There is an Italian streamer that streams a lot of games. His name is Hal TV. Hal TV. Hal TV. And he also, you know, you might not know, but we don't have many super awesome famous streamer in Italy. Or maybe we do, but they don't speak English, so it's difficult for them to have the good platform. And the guy stayed online 9 hours with 1 hour break only, and he brought home around 3,000 euro for the stream. I thought it was awesome. I was very proud. Te lo linko, è simpatico. It's friendly. He has a crazy setup. So I ordered a new camera, like a cheap Microsoft one. So maybe I can put it here, like this side. So when I'm doing things like this that you can't see, you will be able to see it this way. Hopefully. I don't know when I will be able to test all this and how to change the setup that you see in front of you. I don't know. But it might happen. So what I'm trying to do is trying to equalize the nose a little bit. I'm trying to decide if I want a definite line here or ease into. I think I want the ease into. So that's what I'm trying to do now, smoothing a bit. I would like a nice transition here. So the slit, it will need to be a bit deeper anyway. Okay, so let's see where it starts. It starts pretty much here. But a bit more. It's okay. Let me smooth this first. Cupcake was actually it's actually very true. I don't know Cupcake, I need to follow Cupcake. I will check her later. Actually, I'm gonna save the name in case the page refreshes. Yeah, thank you. It's really cool for you to say it. I loved it too. It was good, the involvement of the community though. It was excellent. The amount of donation as well that they arrived were incredible. And it's really good to see the community can come together for, you know, serious matters. See, I have a bit of an issue. This armor, see how flexible it is? I really needed to do something here in this joint. I might take off the entire bit of clay and put milliput or a bunch of resin or a 2-component resin, like milliput for example. Because right now he's doing this far too much. And usually what I do, I put a piece of clay under his tummy so it doesn't roll and it doesn't fall on his face. But yeah, I should have thought better about this guy. But I feel guilty in not continuing. You know, I could have just let him be and just leave it there on the side. I just want to see. Sometimes it's good to have a piece to work along. Ogni tanto Facco, questa scultura qua mi rotola e mi rotola sulla pancia e mi fa morire da ridere. Vedi però il tool micro qua dentro va da Dio. Si posso tagliare senza distorcere troppo. Lavori domani, Facco? Io ho finito la settimana adesso, sono via 2 giorni, quindi è possibile che domani sera magari mi connetta di nuovo. O nel pomeriggio, dipende un po', magari faccio un po' e un po'. Dimmi se sei online, così magari ci coordiniamo, anche solo per... Cioè, non è che devi parlare o niente, però giusto da condividere il momento. Ciao ragazzo, buonanotte. E sono molto contenta. Ok, alle 6 quindi sono le mie 5, suppongo arriverai a casa, vadi alle bimbe. Boh, io se mi connetto, ma non lo so, te lo dico, guarda, ci sintonizziamo, tu non ti preoccupare. Io intanto ho settato quel programmino che ogni volta che clicco Start Streaming lo dice a Facebook. Quindi se tu butti un occhio lì e magari mi riconnetto lo stesso, magari faccio dell'altro, sai? Per riposare. Ciao, buonanotte. Ciao, buonanotte. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to see if I can use this ball, cut it in half, always for quantity of material. And now I'm just gonna see if this works, okay? It might look very bad. I'm totally gonna put him a pair of mustache right here. It's a bit thicker though. Let's just skim it a bit. See? Ultimately, the snake nose was a great idea, so we can make funny mustache. I like this music. All right. You mean the entire thing? I haven't decided the coloring yet. Sometimes I want to keep it realistic. Well, it's a dragon, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't know. For sure, I want him to hold on this hand a red balloon. All right.
Some days you feel like a rock star.
Yeah,
On
maybe.
some
I mean,
days you feel like a
let's say
disco
that the
queen.
guy is entirely
With
green,
Spotify Premium, you
then
can
I
play the
could
perfect
consider
song for however
make
you're
them like, I don't know,
without
let's say
ads
maybe a
interrupting your
dark
flow.
green with
And
super
with
high
offline
highlights
listening, you
of
can
a
take your music
crazy
with
color. I
you
don't know,
wherever you
pink,
go.
purple,
Get 3
you know,
months
like a
of premium
crazy
now
light
for
up
just
a color.
99 cents.
Sure. I mean, I'm just making the volume now. But the idea would be to do some details, like, you know, some fine lines, just to create like the entire mustache approach. How does it look? So you see there is the slit nose there. It's barely visible now, but we can always move slightly the mustache. Like, can extend it a bit and curl it later on. Thanks. So yeah, you see, in this case, if I change the direction, there you go. So we kind of freed up a little bit also the nostrils so we can see them. Are they called nostrils even if they're snake, or just slits? I mean, I don't know. It is. I should make a little top hat with a little balloon. I'm totally gonna do it. Let me attach this mustache before they follow now. I'm gonna do it. Let me see. Oh, thanks for googling that. Cheers. Not a great idea. Okay, this is better. Sapete, maybe this one. Snake under one article say it's nostrils. Perfect. Thank you. Much appreciated. So yeah, I suppose the slits is just the name of the shape, right? But then their function will still remain nostrils. I mean, ultimately, the little bastards breed. Tomato, tomato. Yeah, I agree. I speak on nostrils when I start itching. Too much shadow. No light. Alright. That's okay. Almost. I hope you can see okay. That's the only way I can avoid it to drop too much shadow on the piece. Pardon me. Do you like my red balloon? You need to have imagination to see the balloon. I bet imagination doesn't lack. Okay, now it's a bit tricky because I need to hold him a lot because his neck is good, as in he has the right shape, the right dimension, but it might not be as thanks. It might not be as solid to hold the entire weight until it's cured. So that's why I'm holding it. And I'm holding it not in an ideal place, so see that his head kind of can tilt easily. Yeah, sorry, I leaned down way too much. I should move this down, but then if I move it too much down, I look like Ursula from Little Mermaid. And not when he's shapeshifted. Trying to attach the mustache without taking too much mass and without distorting too much both the mustache and what should be, let's say, the upper lip. Now, because I had those clay balls in my hand for a while, no pun intended, they're quite warm, and the warmer it gets, the more malleable. So maybe I can just leave it as it is. It is pretty cute. Yeah, oh! Wait, let's finish this crazy moment of why not? Okay. I'm grabbing all the little shavings that I took earlier off the moustache to make them more even. And then more clay. Do you know what I'm trying to do now? Because you know, before when I decided to put the moustache, I was looking at his nose and I thought, okay, there's something missing there. And now I'm looking at his chin and I'm like, there's something missing there. Okay, sorry, I was off camera doing all this. So I don't know if I will probably curl it slightly on the side. Yeah. I think I might keep it like that. I just want to see. You know, it might not work, but I'm having great fun trying. awesome. Thanks. Okay, once again, it will be polished later on. I just need to stick it in and wait for the clay to cool down, and then kind of give them, you know, the right shape. How is it going? Is it a bit too long? What do you think? Compared to his head. So this is his profile now. Why am I turning it like crazy? Okay, this is his profile. So I need a bit more head. We need to build the head. This is kind of his front. I love red balloons. And it needs some cheekbone here built up. I think this side is not bad at all. There's enough cheekbone here, jaw. Yeah, don't want to make it too fat on the cheeks. I didn't mean fat in a bad way. I just said, like, you know, I don't want it chubby. It's gonna be chubby and tummy, and I think that will work. Let me close that exactly before I kill myself. So from this angle, it will be interesting for you to see. There is quite a bit of a difference still on the jawline. So instead of going with the small pieces, I'm gonna just add a chunk. And I'm gonna flatten it a bit. Thinking about jawline and everything itches around it. Crazy, crazy times. Yes, just like that. Huge ball head too. Well, now I need to be careful when I turn it, otherwise it squishes. Otherwise it squishes mustache. Sometimes I think I am manipulating the clay too much, and I should be more precise on what I'm doing. But then again, I suppose precision comes the more you do something. Like the heads, the first one I did were really bad. Even if everybody were like, "Ooh, they're awesome," and I'm like, no, it's so bad. I mean, I'm sure that for their perspective, it's always awesome to see something come into life. I have so much respect for all the people that actually give feedback. It's so beneficial. But then I'm super critical when it comes to my stuff, of course. Way less when it comes to other people. Not just because I find like it's impolite, but because, you know, there must have been an idea why someone created a mustached dragon. I guess. I'm gonna put a little bit of a lid, an eyelid. First, let me blend this in. Thank you for everybody who's watching. I feel very much supported. Thank you. Much appreciated. I hope it's interesting in some ways. And if you have questions or if you want to bounce thoughts about creations that you're doing or things that you have seen, you do so, please. It's fun to talk about passions. How does it look? See the jawline, there's a big difference. Shadow, shadow, okay, you see? That's okay though, his head is tilted. It does make sense that a bit of a... So if I'm vertical, both jaws are the same. If I'm slightly tilted, this one is more prominent and this one isn't. So if I'm tilted looking inside, it makes sense that this one is not as out as the other one. And that's alright. So, cool. Well, we're not far from actually having all the masses down right. I'm not so convinced still. I should, you know what I should do as well? I should start thinking about how to take this tape apart that silver tape. That silver tape is excellent. And how to actually organize the hands. I need to build the hands before we do anything. I might do the hands tomorrow, or I don't know. I want to actually do something on his head first. What I'm doing, I'm working some clay in my hands because you know, clay comes out of a packet like this and I need to condition it. So the short answer is yes. And you know, sometimes in a very easy way, for example, let's say that you're making the most easy hands ever, like 3 finger, you know, like something like this. But you decide that one of these is a thumb. So all of a sudden you find yourself doing 2 right hand. So it's already a mess just because to decide, okay, am I doing the same hand twice? Yes, they're difficult. The reason why they're difficult is I have some here to show you. So you can decide to do, let me see if I have a piece of armor to show you. Probably I don't. So yes, they're difficult. You can decide to do like a single piece of wire. Single piece of wire here. You stick a bunch of clay at the bottom like this, and then you start creating the shapes, let's say. Okay. And you know, so far so good, let's say. And then you decide that you take maybe a knife or something and you divide the 2, 3, 4 finger, how many you want to do. But then once they're separate, because you need to work that clay quite a bit, what I'm doing I will never do, by the way, when I'm doing a pair of hands. But just to show you briefly, this one gets so soft already. I mean, it's crazy. So ideally you have many wires, 1 per finger. You already choose the way you're deciding to crunch the hand. Let's say you want to do a hand like this. Then you have a wire coming out here, and then all the 5 wires meet in the center here. And then you calculate how to bend the hand. So this one will bend later than this one, and so on. There's a lot of anatomy study. So you can have a little hand like this one. You know, like I'm holding the guy. Like a spork, like Deadpool. So this is a tiny little hand. Let me show it to you on with a bit of contrast maybe. Okay, so this is a red piece of clay. So this is a little hand. And there are 5 wires inside, and all the wires meet inside this pipe. The palm is made with that silver wire that I showed you earlier. Okay, so this is the hand. And then I don't know how much details you can see, but then you can go into crazy details. Oh yeah, I have a tape here. So just to show you this, I don't know if you think in inches or not, but this is a super small hand. Well, super small for me, okay. Like it's open, it's 3 centimeters, so it's probably 1 1/4. And this is a slightly bigger hand. And then you decide how much details you want to make. And then I have the other 2. And then you kind of decide which kind of... Yes, you do see knuckles. I did make knuckles. So, okay, this light is actually very helpful now. You can see knuckles and the tendons. I kind of base a lot of what I see on my hand, and I try to kind of exaggerate. You see, like this muscle is super important when you build it. So there are also nails, and there are also little wrinkles. Yeah, this is not bad at all. I'm kind of happy. But this clay that I was using, it was Living Doll. It is extremely soft, and my hands gets very warm, and the warmer it is, the softer it becomes. If you want to see these hands, I will post some pictures and I will put them on the Facebook page of Arutan World, so you can have a look. But yeah, they're difficult. I find them very relaxing to make. Unfortunately, too much, and sometimes I do right hand, which is not that easy when you want to adjust it, because once you have 2 thumbs, changing the entire anatomy here to make it look like it's a pinky doesn't really work. But I guess that's why I'm starting both armature of both hands, right and left, ready. When before I was doing 1 and finishing the hand, and then 1 and finishing the hand. So right now I'm starting with both armature done, and so then I can actually work on making sure that it's the right hand. So yeah, for this guy I think we will do an anthropomorphic hand, maybe a little chubby with a bit of claws, and I want still the guy to hold the balloon. So let's think about bulking this head now. Do you know what? I think that maybe things are difficult, and I said that hands are difficult because for me there is a lot to think. Like, just look at your own hand and think about it's difficult here to make a hand or this part of the arm. Well, probably the hand, considering all the joints and everything. But you can also make a very simple hand and just 4 fingers just wrapped like this, no joints whatsoever, just pure, very ethereal hand, very delicate pointing, and you won't need all that much. I suppose I like some characters under these creatures, as in exaggerate some of the aspects. So they have bulky nose, crazy mustache. I don't know. I think it gives them a peculiar... Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I didn't mean to be patronizing. I just meant that it really depends on how easy you want to make it. Maybe you want to make a forearm that is absolutely wrinkly, and mine is gonna take forever to do, because the wrinkles, they might appear like just lines, but they're really not. They're folds, so doing folds takes quite a lot of time. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to sound annoying when I said think about the difference. It is more that I think it is what you want to make it. It can be very, very simple. If it fits with the character and your intention for it, then go for it. Thanks. Thanks. You're very kind. But yeah, like, you know what I would suggest you? I would suggest you to look at, what's her name? Night Song Woods. Keela Night Song Woods. She makes amazing sculptures, super detailed, beautiful, ethereal fantasy ladies. But then she also makes these small pixies, and their hands are just random. Like 4 little fingers, no details whatsoever, no knuckles, nothing. Just the idea. And because of the way the meaning and the intention is given to the pixie, then that's why it fits. In this case, those hands, the bigger ones that you saw, they are for the guy, this guy. And being for this guy, they have to fit kind of the character. And this guy, you see, has plenty of wrinkles. It has like almost a double cheek smile. I don't know how to describe it. And he has a lot of details on his lips. And he can't have just random hands. And I suppose the size as well changes. The smaller they are, the less detail you can put in. Of course you can, you know, by all means, invest a lot of time and make them. I'm just saying that they will be less visible and less predominant. It will be the cuteness of the creature that you're making. You know what's actually a little intricate for me to do? Well, hands, sure, but feet, impressively enough, are as difficult as, especially if you want to make them, you know, bare feet. There is a great deal of, just think about like when an ape walks on all fours, and how the foot actually folds, and how much material, well, flesh, but in this case clay material there is. It really depends your take on how realistic you want to be, how fantasy you want to be. I'm built in the head now, so there's not really need to see the face. Although once I will have the camera that look through here, where this ball tool coming, it will be pretty cool. I probably will put my arm in front of it all the time. I guess that's a problem for later, right? Yeah, definitely. I like drawing hands. I'm not good. I'm not good at all. I think I'm better in sculpting than in drawing. I am not. I'm more the kind of sketch. I like to sketch. So even if the lines are very, let's say, straight, I'm not very curvy or linear when I'm drawing. I like to draw hands. I like hands. I like. I will show you. Well, I will show you. I will put it on Facebook. So I will tag you. Well, I will tag Spiteful Nerd. So if you come by, you will know that post is for you. I will show you the very first one that I did. It was so bad, terrible. I wanted to focus on the face, so I completely ignored the rest. I just literally made. I don't know if you've ever played World of Warcraft, but I made like those three stumps of finger like a troll. 2 fingers on 2 toes on the feet. It was horrible. But the face was not bad at all for being my first one with polymer clay. Alright. Alright, so he has a bit more. Show me. Oh, Elliot has hair, that's why it's funny. That's okay. We will put his top hat, we said, right? So how do we build a top hat? I think we should make a hole. Do we make a hole or do we... No, let's not make a hole. Let's build a little cone which will sneak inside the hat. So once the hat is done, we can paint it separately, so put all the shadows everyone and then we just sneak it inside this guy. Alright, so that thing is where the top hat will be. Now I'm thinking about making a small one though, like unproportionate. I think it's cuter if it's a tiny little one. My copa got cold. I got an achievement on Steam, I feel proud. I streamed for 2 days. It's crazy. Okay, let's see. It looks more of a fats now. Thank you. Yeah, let's make a normal size, well, for the proportion of mustache and goatee, and then we will make a silly small wings and a silly small hat. But the balloon should have the same size.
Some days you feel like a
So
rock
for the
star,
balloon, I've been
and some
thinking.
days you feel like a disco queen. With
So
Spotify
this
Premium, you
is
can play
a
the perfect song
cotton
for
ball,
however you're feeling.
one of those that
Without
apparently
ads interrupting
they're
your
used
flow.
in
And with
the
offline
flower
listening,
shop
you can
to
take your music
build
with you
flowers
wherever you go. Get 3
around
months
it.
of premium now for just 99 cents.
But in reality, I think I will use it to start creating the balloon. So the guy will be like this, looking up, and there will be like a balloon pretty much here, red with a little bit of a wire and some cotton thread around the wire, so it might look like it's a real cord for the balloon. Apologies.
Shook my hand and he pulled his gun. I fell on the gravel. Bobby's brother ran first and Bobby ran next, and the truck pulled out and they drove away. And I just lay there bleeding.
I squished it a bit too much. I don't know, is it too big now? Well, there's no fold up. Yeah. Well, probably I need to build it all before I decide the size. I need more plate. There you go. I need to cheat. By cheat I mean using a pasta machine to condition a bit clay a bit faster, otherwise I spend more time doing that than actually sculpting. It's always like that, by the way, the condition is super important. It's like a very super random cheap pasta machine I bought at Argos and it works well. And in this case, since I want to make sure that I, do a flat piece, it actually works a charm. Now, too big. Oh, but it could be. So let me think. I don't know where is my cookie cutter. Well, cookie cutter, the clay cutter. I probably know where it is, but it's fine. Although I said small, I might end up making maybe too big, but let's see. Just want to make sure there is some. You think it works? It looks surely funny. Maybe it's too big? No, I don't think it's too big. I mean, it's not as small as I thought about him. Maybe, I'm not sure. Surely I need to fix his head to be more hat ready. Really? I don't know. Probably need to look at him a bit more. You know what? Maybe I just need more meat there. How is it? I should lift this one as well a bit. Maybe this one a bit down. So you see what I mean about I need to fix his head, like here there's not enough material. Alright, for now let's keep it as it is. We'll see. Maybe then I change my mind entirely. You're sweet. I'm a bit tired. Did you have a long day today? A long week? I just finished work for the week. I work on shift. So I'm quite happy this weekend now. Looking forward to a lot of sleep tomorrow. It's a lie. I hardly manage to sleep as much as I should. Well, I guess that's fine. That was 2 weeks ago. I had a beautiful nap during weekend in the afternoon. I thought I was getting instantly old. And it was really cool. It was unexpected nap. So let's just think for a second. So let's say that his mustache will be pink, or with a hint of pink. Right, so his mustaches are pink. Let's just imagine them pink. Now I wonder, do we do something like I don't know, something like this, and top up? How does it look? It looks a bit horrible because there's no color and everything is led to imagination. Okay, I need to speed up and I need to finish this. Not finish in a bad way, like work on it so it keeps, it gets more and more of the shape that it is calling for. What's this song? I like it. It's very country with this 80s drum. This is the Twitch independent FM stream that it's allowed to be played. Otherwise they will mute the entire thing. Which is fair enough, you know? People who make music deserve to have their music recognized. Okay, so I don't know why I started doing what's his face, a dinosaur. In hindsight, there's so much anatomic part that you just need to make up because you have no idea how they could be or will be. I think the second sculpture ever I made was a small dragon that was flying. I called him Learning to Fly, and I think those two were the first polymer clay hands that I've ever made. And they're pretty cool. It was pretty cool because I wanted to start and finish a project. Sometimes I have plenty of ideas and I can't come to the end because too much time passes before when I am available again. By available I mean having the peace of mind to sit here and try to think about dragons with mustache and top hats. Thankfully I have you for the slit, the nose slits, which actually makes all the difference when it comes to adding these mustache on top. Probably with a normal nose they wouldn't have been so cool. So yeah, thanks once again. So I'm just a second off camera, but I'm coming back soon. Maybe it could work, now that the head on this side is a bit more full and fixed. You know what I think? I think I should cure the entire thing, so it becomes a bit more stable, although it's nowhere ready to be cured. Now moving away from the face for a bit, also because I'm getting a bit tired. I'm focusing too much on small parts. I mean, I might risk to do just things that I am not. I will not be happy later on, so better not to do them.
I'm sleeping through my Sundays, ignoring all possibilities to make me better than what I could ever be. The shimmer of the spotlight is so enticing, but it's too intimidating to face.
Oh, hello! Hello, good evening. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Dell, I'm working on this dragon. We added mustache, beautiful goatee. We created a nose this evening, and we are building a top hat. The guy will be holding in his hand a balloon. At least that was the idea when I started it. Hopefully I will be able to continue doing it. Thank you. How are you doing with your creations? I saw you were doing a beautiful Irish house made in ceramic. Oh, I'm so envious that you have a kiln. I mean, super happy for you. I'm just saying that I've always been super passionate about ceramic, and that's actually my first passion. I kind of got close to polymer because when I moved to Ireland I didn't have my kiln, and so yeah. Oh, seriously? Oh, that's amazing. Oh god, don't tell me that. I will move into your house. I will need you to teach me again. It's been so many years now that I've not been doing anything in terms of temperature, you know. I used to do pots. There was in the lab where I was working. There used to be a wheel, so I used to do a lot of potting, but I also miniature pots, like a tiny little thing, like literally not even 3 centimeters high. Those were awesome. I had so much fun doing those. And I always love to make lamps. I actually have one of my pieces here at home. Make lamps. I actually have one of my pieces here at home. Don't worry, don't worry. So yeah, basically I don't want to add too much material altogether. So what I'm doing is adding a little layer of clay at the time to build on the mass a little bit at a time, because it's so, you know, it's, I find that you might risk to take off too much and then maybe distort the piece. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the best thing. Firing at that. How do you do a cycle of 6 hours or shorter time? I remember we were firing 1006 and then we were fire 1200 as well for certain type of glazes. But it was of course a longer cycle. Just, you know, make sure that it doesn't drop the temperature. Yeah, 6 hours, yeah, cool. Well, your angels are beautiful. And I saw the houses the other day. You were streaming on Facebook and I was following. I was at work actually, it was hilarious. I actually took a break all of a sudden just to check you out. So yeah, Del, when I'm building things, I'm trying to, you see, create shoulder blades, shoulders, collarbones, just to give a little bit of anatomy. Even if, for as much as it is, you know, a made-up creature, I still want a little bit of what's the name? A little bit of credibility, and also it helps me with proportions. So that's why you see these little 2 bumps on the back, which is also where I will probably create the indentations for the wings once I will decide size and material. Have you seen what a beautiful weather we've been having? It's great. Maybe today not that great, but kinda we needed a little bit of rain yesterday, 2 days ago it rained a lot here. Well, I noticed when I arrived home because at work it wasn't really raining. I mean, thankfully, imagine if it rains inside the office, that would be unfortunate. Imagine all the computers, jeez, no, I don't want to think about it. Leaks are terrible. Alright. Sometimes rolling the ball pointed is better than sliding it. You get the same effect and you move less clay, but you actually press a little. My voice is very low. Is he any better? So, Del, there is an armature inside. Can you hear me better, or? Alright. I thought it was good enough. been talking all evening. How about now? I don't want to move too many. Okay, 30. I'm just gonna push it a bit forward there. Can you hear me better now? Yeah, okay. I'll keep it like that then. So it doesn't get squished because inside here there is a big ball of tin foil. And then there is an armature. It doesn't get squished because also this one is a mixture of firm Sculpey and the super Sculpey, the original one, the beige. The firm is very firm. At least I think the one I bought, which I bought it online from the guy in UK, that seller that we discussed some time ago. I think they had those packs waiting in the, you know, in the archive since forever because it was super hard. So much that I had to condition it a lot, and I had to mix it constantly with the normal one. How long would it take to bake? Ah, that's a good question. I think I will go in. I think the thickness is still around 2 centimeter here on the front. On the back we're probably 1. Yeah, don't try to go further than 1. So I could do like a 50 minutes. Sometimes I do baking stages, especially the heads. The heads I will bake in stage. I will probably do, like in this case I was showing earlier that sometimes my hands are too warm. So sometimes I create the first ball and I just put 2 layers and I bake this as is. So next time there will be a stick here, which is where the neck will go. Sorry, here, which is where the neck will go. And my hand will be holding the head from the back and I can work on the front. So the back is already baked. But then I will do the face all in one go without baking it in layers. And yeah, if you know, after testing a bit, you manage to understand how much material you need and you already shape. I don't know if you can notice, but there are like 2 indentation here where the eyes would go. And I kind of built already a little bit of a forehead, you see. So I don't have to add too much material, and I will keep this around maybe 5mm tops. And when it comes to the doll, head, hands, they all go separate. Hands and feet, they might go together, but the head alone, or with another head. But I will bake them in 15-30 at a time. Usually 20, and then I went back and then I bake it again once together. Just to make sure that, you know, they don't get too stressed out. Yeah, this one, to be honest, Dell, I've never done anything like this one that I'm doing right now. A full piece, you know. Some time ago, I think I started it a month ago or so, but then I've not been well and I could not get back to it. Yeah, there is. I mean, I suppose it is a completely different thing than building jewelry, right? There is like when it's a figuring like the Wonder that I posted on Facebook, the one that I also made all the clothing, etc. I really focused on building a character, right? Like I give him some sort of story in some ways. If it makes sense. And then, yeah, like this guy. We came up with the mustache this evening while chit-chatting here on Twitch. Spiteful Nerd has been very helpful. And, like here, for example, this is now quite hard. So what I will do, quite hard because I've not been working on this for a lot. So where I will lay my hands on top just to warm it up. Oh, ceramic clay would be amazing. Amazing. Like, I already know how to make it. Of course you are. Cheers. Ceramic will be amazing. And if you think about it, the only issue with ceramic would be making sure that there are no air bubbles, otherwise the piece just explodes. But that, you know, if we are making sure that there is anything within the polymer clay, so moonies do not actually get created, you know, you can do other things. And yeah, thanks. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my hand here for a little bit, just to warm it up. Let's pretend he's feeling a little bit of upset to me. Or actually, I don't have it here. Oh, actually, I could use, yeah, let me use some of these. So, wet wipes are, well, they're not the thing, because the thing is isopropylene alcohol. But wet wipes have a little bit of element, you know, that allow me to kind of brushing a bit, take off some of the streaks. Usually we were talking earlier about using hand and sanitizer. I actually gifted Aoife, a friend, a bottle, not a bottle, I gifted her a little bit of a hand sanitizer that I bought specifically for clay. And that is excellent. It has actually a very good oh, thank you, Dell. You're awesome. You know, I'm sorry guys, there is like a between 20 and 27 second of delay of when I'm talking and when you are receiving what I'm saying, and vice versa with you typing. So apologies if sometimes I forgot what you're referring to. It's so late, I've been working all week, I was exhausted. I just find excuses. Okay, so you see what I'm doing, like this is really helping in blending. It takes forever because, well, they're not excellent quality, and I wouldn't use excellent quality on clay because they will have perfume and all those kind of chemicals that, while they might be good for our skin, for the clay, not good. So I will use those smoothing hand sanitizer gel. I found one very good. It's called Goop, Goop, and there is a similar one in Ireland. Goop actually comes from Amazon.com. You know, I mean, who in the heavens really have Amazon.com sending them a liter damn hand sanitizer to use on sculpting? I mean, oh, have a good night, Del. Thank you so much for joining in. Take it easy. And we can catch up, so you will see the progress of Little Dinosaur. We still need to think about a name. Thank you. See you, Del. I'm so happy. You guys are awesome that are coming, visiting, and staying. I mean, I'm touched, honestly. So I think this is distracting. What do you think, Spitey? Is it distracting? I think it is. The fact that it has so many colors, it might be distracting. Maybe one single color might help the stream. But it's actually very beneficial for me. I can just, unrest my wrist. It's quite heavy. I should weight him. I will weight him tomorrow. I think there is at least a pack of clay. Maybe a pack and a half. So you see this tool, I actually built it specifically to make these, I don't know, ridges is the right name for these things. This snake-like thingy. This tummy dragon, whatever. Okay, thank you. Well, to you it's important since you're with me, so it's cool. It's like a mixture between a crocodile, a rhino, and a dragon. And he has a top hat and mustache. He's basically a badass, that's what it is. So I'm trying to polish in, you see these ridges here, with the little handmade tool, which is super tiny and does the job right. I'm just removing a slight part of the clay, so then I can work on curving the whatever, the surface. Okay, so this is not bad. It actually worked better than what I hoped for. See, now I'm working on the first two right now to kind of smooth them in.
Like a rock star. On some days you feel like a disco queen. With Spotify Premium, you can play the perfect song for however you're feeling, without ads interrupting your flow.
Were you hearing me very low before, or was just Dell? Because I don't want to change the volumes too much. Do you know what I could do? I could just decrease. Oh. Where's the volume went for Spotify? It just disappeared. Well. Okay. Thank you so much for telling me this about the sound. You know, try to make everyone happy, and sometimes I think I move settings, which is, you know, at all possible. Thank you. You didn't tell me if you were creating something, or have you ever been interested in... I mean, of course, if you want to talk about it. I just feel a bit weird in constantly having to say something about what I'm doing. I mean, I tend to be just a tutorial sometimes, so I can just know what I'm saying. Thank you. I have my tea provider here. Faithful tea provider. And just a second. Will you open a bit? Thanks. Okay. Yeah, this cushion, whatever you want to call it, is awesome. I think my brain just came up with this crazy idea and it works. No, I'm sure it isn't. I mean, I'm sure that from your perspective it is. Like, from my perspective, always everything I do, it's kind of crappy. I think we need to trust a bit more what we're hearing. So if you need a stitch, demolish in tiny. Thanks. I actually would love a stitch, demolish in tiny clay towns. And I don't know, that was a good hint about who you are. But maybe I don't know you instead, I'm just imagining. But thanks for... I love Stitch. How you might know clearly, since you're winking. I suddenly felt exposed, like, oh my god, this guy knows me and I don't know who's the guy. And I'm like... exactly! Oh no! Well, I don't know. You know. Some people care a lot. Like I do care a lot. It's crazy, I do care a lot, but hey, stranger, I'm here. Even if you're not a stranger, it's irrelevant, you know, it's a possibility for strangers. Tiny clay towns. Actually, there is some amazing people online doing amazing diorama. Like things that are big as this, you know, like full diorama, little bedroom with little monsters. They're awesome. They're absolutely amazing. So yeah, little Stitch demolishing dioramas would be cool. Although I have a dog, well, more than one, but I have a dog and I think they won't mind demolishing anything. Talking by experience here. Sorry. D&D set pieces. To the Google. D&D set pieces. Diorama. Do you know in which material that she crafts them? But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, people are unbelievable. Oh, okay, it could be this Kotaku article. Well, that's a guy, but still, it's impressive. When I was little, I always wanted to build a Christmas scene. Yeah, you might not be able to link it though. I think, because I set to the chat not to link. But yeah, maybe you give me the name and I'll find her. So I always wanted to actually make little bricks, like a billion of little bricks, and then build all the little tiny little houses. You know, it might look like there is a ton of work, but there are so many molds to actually create walls now that it's incredible. There is so many people as well using mold. Thank you so much. You're very thoughtful. There's so many people actually selling their art. I am a chicken shit and I haven't tried even sell anything. Oh, but I'm working actually on creating a set of these, which are empty pumpkin for Halloween. And I made two of these big. I make a husband and a wife, and I need to finish and color them. This took half an hour to make, and it's quite detailed. There are a lot of these little crannies. And I made different... This is actually the lady, I don't know if you noticed, but she has actually little lashes. And I made 4 small that are hilarious. Have you seen this, right? So 4 like big like this. Empty. Madness. But yeah, I'm trying to organize something. Let's say that can be built, finished and colored in, I don't know, a few hours. Because pieces like this one take time. Oh yeah, and then talking of stitch, I have scrump here, just never too far, so I can actually control and check everything. I think I am particularly slow with this piece because I've never built anything like that with this material. And actually, Dell has a very good point. How long will it take to bake? Jeez. I think it will need quite a while, and I need to wrap him well. Because I will end up that maybe parts like the arms that I don't have as much clay as others will burn. So do you know what I'm gonna do actually? I'm gonna take off his arms. As in just a flash. Like from the shoulder here. So then I bake the big bit, and then I can go on top and bake it again. Because this is just like, yeah, this is the best thing. And also I can see pretty much the amount of clay, right? Oh Jesus, I'm sorry dude. It's gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna build you back. Also, we can make your top hat. It's pretty awesome. I think I made a really big mistake, not like baking it in stages. Why the fuck I didn't think about how it's gonna be baked? You see why talking with other people is important? They come up with stuff that I might have thought like for a split second, and then excited, let's make the dragon with a beautiful balloon and let's give him a top up, and hey, I don't know which nose to make. There you go, and someone else come up with a great idea. Which by the way make the mustache like give him a good elegant touch. Calling for the mustache. So anyway, if you want to see this diorama, it is Kotaku says, look at this D&D diorama. That's the title of the D&D diorama, which is pretty cool. I'm tired. You know, sometimes working in an office doesn't seem tiring, but when you have to speak with so many people all day, especially if they are horrible. Like when you get, hey, can you talk to this guy? He's actually asking for you. Yay! I'm famous. Imagine that. Alright. Oh, the diorama lady. That's awesome. Today I was speaking with a friend at work. We were talking about comics and the Katana comics. That little kid was hilarious. She works with resin, so I may have jumbled. Oh, that's fine. Still the same thing because she works with resin. She still needs to create the mold. So let's say hypothetically I could do this, bake it, and then mold it, and then cast it in resin. Can you imagine, like, so many? Wow, that would be amazing. I suck though, so I'm always scared of failing when I'm using new materials. I feel like I'm stitching a little clay town. Tabletop furniture, she has a shop, Etsy. Of course I want to, thank you. Etsy, tabletop. It's all one word, right? Tabletop furniture. tinyfurniture.com. That bathtub is amazing. Oh, you see that crystal? I actually make those in clay. Actually, I'm gonna go and take it so you can see them. I'm not pausing the stream, so it would be awkward and weird. No, actually, let me do. Be right back.
Must a poor girl wait, lost in the chaos? Will I ever get a chance to get away? Pressure building in this
Boom, back online, and thank you. So look, they're not some of them are not finished. Let's move the little one so it rests. Ta-da! So these are entirely made of polymer clay with inks, and so the color is just translucent clay ink. So this was the very first one I made, and then I wanted to experiment different colors. So this one is I don't know if you can see, but it kind of sparkles because of it's glazed. And these ones, I haven't glazed them yet, but I changed colors. Different type of clays, and some of them has some silver leaf in it. And this one, it's very dark. It's done with ink color to color white clay. But as you can see, they're not as sparkly as. Once they will be sparkly, I will also make some the borders more visible. And I mean, she sold them for, are they resin, this one? Made to order. A bunch of magical crystal, full painted with acrylic, sculpted by the nature. Well, pretty cool. Pretty small as well. These ones are kind of bigger. This one, yeah, it's nice to have a contrast like that, like cold and but yeah, I would love to have more time. That was excellent though. Thank you so much for sharing the. I'm actually following her because, you know, people need followers. Yeah, I don't know. I like to play with colors. Like this one, you might not see it very well, but it has like some green, white, and transparency, and this blue, which becomes slightly darker in places. And these are like every single one of these, it's handmade there. Yeah. I don't know. There is some. Of course, in terms of production, resin and molding, it's probably the way to go. You can't be as efficient. Oh, thank you. There is actually a great, tutorial, I'd say. Stephanie forgot her name. I think she's German speaking French something. Forgot her name. Stephanie. I need to use the other Chrome profile, and then I'll find her on YouTube. And she's the one that inspired the crystal. She actually made the full tutorial herself, so I follow that. Okay. Stephanie Kilgast, K-I-L Gast, and she is unbelievable. She makes a lot of projects and initiatives. She's sculpting minerals, she's doing tutorials, and she's very nice. I mean, I never met her in person, but her videos are really cool. So yeah, there you go. If you want to have a look of someone doing awesome miniature work, Stephanie Kilgast. I find interesting that I remember her name like we're pals. I mean, she doesn't even know who I am anyway. But yeah, you see, I build this stuff, I create it, and then I keep it because I don't know, I'm afraid. Fear is shit, you know. There you go, Mila. Oh, she woke up and she was all grumpy. It's a bit late to bark though. And she keeps barking, yeah, on the distance. She's like, "Hear me, world! I just woke up." And there is, on a desk not far from me, there is a dragon with mustache. Imagine it many years ago when the internet didn't exist. The rarity of sharing information, of sharing techniques. Dogs are awesome, yeah. I mean, I don't know who else is watching, but you know, in public I would say, oh, all pets are cool. No, dogs. Dogs are cool. Cats? Meh. Cats are pictures of cats might be cool, but dogs are badass. She actually jumps on my lap when I'm playing video games. And I think I was playing Overwatch Season 2. I was playing competitive, thinking that I could actually achieve something. Big mistake. And she jumped on my lap while I was playing Mercy, healing. And I'm like, man. And, well, I kept playing with the dog on my lap, but she's like 16 kilos. And, I mean, it's not a lot if you think about how big Labradors can get. Still 16 unexpected kilos jumping on you. And then I took a picture and I make sort of a meme, like one does not simply play Overwatch. I remember looking for the Overwatch font online. I think it's called Big Noodlin. I remember laughing a lot. Do you know that I don't remember? I think it didn't, because sometimes when you lose a game, it's not just one player mistake, you know. It's not just one single player mistake and one single mistake. So, no, I mean I'm saying that I'm never go anywhere, as in like Overwatch League or stuff like that. But I'm not bad in playing, unless I get super nervous. you play competitive? I think competitive playing is... You really need to be zen when approaching competitive play these days. Sorry? Yeah. I was telling when the dog actually jumped on my lap when I was playing. I don't remember if I actually lost the game, but... Is she inside now? She's okay? Dave, is the dog fine? Twitch is the ultimate united separately in our own home tool. Nice copettina. When I noticed the music policy for Twitch, right? I mean, no, I wasn't surprised, but I then searched for some of the artists that lately I'm following. Sorry for hitting the mic. And I found only one song on one guy. It's one of these new artists, like independent, you know, making music because they feel it more than because they want to make money. And then I checked the criteria to become, you know, to give them music basically. You need something like 350,000 followers on YouTube or something like that. It's an enormous amount of people. So like out of these two guys that I'm following, only one of them has them. So I totally Facebooked him and said, hey, how about you actually do this so I can listen to you while I'm sculpting? Totally ignored me, but doesn't matter. I mean, not that I was expecting him to reply to me. I just hope that someone of his staff maybe read it and they're considering it. I think for them it might be also publicity, right? Probably free as well. I don't think there is some money. I mean, probably they pay Twitch. But considering the amount of people that might be stumbling on them if they become part of the stream with loud music, it's pretty cool, I think. There's a friend, he's streaming, I forgot the name of the game. Forgot. Anyway, badass game. Saber, what? I'm completely mad. No, nothing. He's hosting another dude, so I can't check what actually is the thing. Well, fine. I forgot. You know, VR Saber something. It's actually pretty fun, and there are great music, which apparently are made by the community. So I think it's awesome. This sourcing. Outsourcing of. This tool is not perfect. Better. Look. Amazing. Look. Ta-da! Now we can create a nice bowl. I think I had a good idea before, but this is a lot of clay. I should have done differently. That's alright, I suppose we'll learn. It will probably cure horribly, fall into pieces. I would just put my stitch onesies and then just go around and just destroy it. Hello, nice to see you. We have someone joining us from Canada. Yeah, my husband gifted me a stitch onesie for my birthday. It's like the best thing ever. It's really cool. I of course don't wear it a lot, you know, but it's pretty nice.
Some days you feel like
Actually, every so often I wear
And
it as
some
a cape.
days
I
you
just
feel
have
like a disco
Stitch
queen.
head on top of my
With
head, and then
Spotify
I walk in
Premium,
the
you
garden,
can play the
like
perfect
looking
song
all
for however
weird
you're
with this
without
cape of
ads
Stitch.
interrupting your flow. And with offline listening, you can take your music with you wherever you go. Get 3 months of premium now for just 99 cents. Alright, so to recap for our new friend joining us, I am working on this polymer clay dragon, and it has a mustache, it has a funny goatee, and it will have a top hat, and it will be holding a balloon in his hand. Yeah, I've never done something so big. Well, not big, but so with so much material in polymer clay. So it will be a challenge to see how it cures. But I suppose, you know, if you don't experiment, you'll never know how it goes. So now, because I'm a bit tired, here in Ireland it is midnight. I was trying to work my way into the ridges here, so I can work them a bit better. And this is actually a handmade tool. This is the tip for this. Kinda inspired of those pottery tools. yeah, now I guess it's about polish and tuning, smoothing. The bulk should be there, the proportion should be there. Now it's about, you know, giving that character that I'm looking for. Possibly coloring it. Well, not right now, of course, but you know, when it bakes. I think I need this thing. Sorry, just a moment. There it is. All right. That should be a bit easier. So this is the thing I mentioned earlier. This orange thing. It really helps smoothing things. It gets rid of all those streaks from tools, fingertips. Fingerprints. Really doesn't really give it any finish, but it helps. It helps. And sometimes, if you don't kind of smooth it before you finalize the changes, you don't see mistakes. And what I also have, unbelievably, I have this little mirror that I use to kind of reflect his face and see if his face is, let me see if you can see his face reflected. Yeah, anyway, you can actually see defects. Sometimes you can see that in eye is too hello. That's actually a creepy view. Okay, let's just do just the guy. So this side works. I see this side, I'm still not happy. I think it's just the position though. We need to put more stuff on his head and try to understand how it works. Okay, now for now I want to just continue polishing his dummy. Taste a little, not taste. Jesus, can you imagine if I was tasting? It smells a little bit orangey, which is not too strong, not too unpleasant. There is a piece of fluff there which I hate, which I probably put in myself. Clay tends to get dirty very easily. Also having the rings on my thumbs do not help. There you go. Right. Like literally just a smidge. It's funny because if you put too much, it starts making foam. You know, it's ultimately it's a hand cleaner. It's hand sanitizer, and I find that always fun. When I see the foam, I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't want that to happen.
Now everywhere you go, my eyes follow close, and I'm just waiting for the time to be right to tell you how I've loved you for a while. Oh, my heart is going wild. You wear me down like when the sea meets earth. I fade away just like
Alright, so a little slowly but surely, what I will need is, there was a brush here. Oh, yeah, I remember it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a lot. It's fine, I can put it back. I have a small container in the other room that I can actually use to... No, this brush is losing color from something else. No, I clearly remember washing it.
the moment that we locked eyes.
I think it, I think what it is that this stuff is so strong that even if you washed it, it's still gonna bring out something. Well, I guess tomorrow I will do the work with the brush. Tonight I will just polish the bit, smooth the big part. So the two colors here, it's Sculpey Firm and Sculpey Beige. That I blended them weirdly, as you can see, but here on the tummy specifically, on the base structure, I blended them half and half because it was super crumbly, the firm that I bought. I think the retailer sold me an old batch, which of course I wasn't pleased, but I also don't like complain excessively, so I just complain within my house without telling the seller. I felt like, they would have asked me to send it back, and I'm like, you know what, I can just work with it, and maybe in the future contact them before and say, hey dude, can you make sure that you don't give me an old batch, because last time it was a pain in the butt to actually fix. Working still here. I think this will need to be done off camera anyway, because it's dodgy for me not to move my head closer. Well, not dodgy, just uncomfortable. Sorry. Between being non-native English speaking and being tired doesn't really help. Do you know that I'm going to smash this all over my arm very soon? It will be a very big laugh for everybody involved. Sometimes small little touches make all the difference, and if you press too much, then it can make all the difference in the wrong way. Again, not that I'm a pro. I think it has improved massively compared to what it was before. Yeah, these little shades that you see here, it's that brush that was not particularly clean, or it was, but because this is super... Well, let me see if I can do a little bit of... If I can do like a cartoon do when they come out from the shower, like... It works, I cleaned it. Cool, I'm gonna do the next one. Oh yeah, much improvement. Nice. I think there will be some decisions that need to be made as well on how I want to finish this area when it comes to colors, you know. I mean, we already settled that the mustache are gonna be crazy pink or crazy purple or this crazy highlight on top of maybe a normal green. But in terms of transitioning, I mean, I'm not an expert in anything, but painting these guys, probably I can use some sponges and make it more organic, or I think the color went away. Yeah, so this is not bad, has improved massively. And the polishing also helped. I think the coloring will make all the difference as well, as usual, you know. My back hurts. I'm being crouched here. How long have I been streaming? I don't even know. A long time, I guess. It was probably 9:30, I think. So yeah, quite a bit.
Nothing's ever felt this right. Crossing the earth by your side. No, nothing's ever felt this way before. And nothing's ever felt this real. For something I don't always feel. No, nothing's ever felt this way before. Is this real? Is this happening?
I really want to fix that corner. It's so tiny though. Maybe this will just do the thing. Yeah, it does. Oh, nice.
Nothing's ever felt this right.
See, if there is a spot where there has been, say that too much of the smoothing gel, let's say, ended up, it will kind of smoosh everything, which is not what I want. It can also be corrected, of course, but at the same time it's annoying to have to go back and refix what you basically were just doing. So I really need to stop this now, and if I want to work more with that, I'll need to make sure that that brush is actually fully clean. I promise it was. You know, it's difficult when their color is already a little darker. Well, now I will make sure that I wash it with this stuff. Clearly it's more powerful than the general. So, side. I can improve this area here. So the guy will be like this. His balloon. Okay, let's do some texture on the mustache. Not that it's probably the last thing I should be doing, but I'm not having. I still haven't decided which kind of ears to give him. I don't know. Anyway, as I said, let me just give it a try. Well, not a try, a kind of an idea. Yeah, this will not be visible very much. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably will once the color will be there, because the darker will go inside the lines of the texture. Yeah, no, this doesn't help, does it? This, yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit of shadow might help. I don't know. Anyway, another tool I need this little one. They're actually awesome. I bought them in US. They're not awesome because I bought them in US. They're awesome because they're camper tools. And this one is like called a detailing tool apparently. It has also a number. It is a K26 camper tool. And it's pretty cool. It's super small. And it is flat on the side and kind of curved here, so it's perfect to do this kind of textures or wrinkles. For the wrinkles in the hand, for example, when you want to do wrinkles, it's great. I think that in the head that I showed you earlier, this one, I did a lot of the wrinkling around this area with this tool. You know, it just sneaks it in without disrupting anything because it's so small and delicate. So I'm very happy about this tool. So I can try to keep it as you know, as in good shape as possible. So it's still in its little tube that it came in with. And the good thing about texture is that you don't create a stripe, but you kind of roll the tool on top. At least. I saw the pro rolling and saying that it doesn't move too much mass of clay, and it still gives the texture while maintaining a good shape. I wish it was easy. Oh, maybe this way you can see a little bit. I don't want to zoom too much because you might be losing details. Anyway, fortunately I don't have the best connection, but it's working fine. So as long as you're not constantly buffering, I suppose it's okay. So I'm moving this. Reason why there is this here is just to bulk a bit. Maybe you can see a little bit of. Anyway, once it will be done, hopefully you will see it on Facebook or on Instagram. It might take a while because I don't know, not always have enough time to do all I want, like everybody, I suppose. I'm surprised I still haven't smushed all this gel elsewhere. Took me all growing up and all that. So now that I created the little tranny by rolling, I could deepen some areas of the texture. Not all of them, maybe just the starting and the end, to give more depth, especially thinking about how the color will then impact the finishing touches here. I am not sure I will, sometimes I work way longer on pieces, not just because of the time that I have available, but which is it's a small chunk of time, maybe in a time span of 4 weeks. But sometimes I spend too much because I'm like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, and I'm trying to make it perfect, and there's no such thing. I just need to cope with it and get over it and just finish it. So once it's finished, more like him can come and they can be benefit from the learning from this one. Yeah, like the heads, right? The first ones were not that great. I'm not saying that this one is awesome, but it's an improvement. I mean, I actually love it. It's pretty cheeky. Cheeky expression. I actually like this guy very much. I need to be quite delicate. I don't want to move the mustache too much, so I'm trying to. I will probably position the head and kind of fold it without pushing too much, otherwise I cannot leave the texture impression that I want to create. But at least I don't move it too much. Although the downside of doing this is that I am warming the clay. Thank you for keep following and keeping me company here. Very much. Oh, there you go. I did it. Sorry. Okay, so I was doing that one. Okay, maybe I could put a little roll on top, maybe later on.
Have you ever gotten so lost in the dark that you forget?
Look at those snake slits, amazing.
Have you ever wanted so much for the end that you forget how it begins? It's the look in your eyes when you look at me, when I touch your heart and I feel it beat, when I brush my hand up against your face to wipe your tears clean. It's not the end.
If I keep doing this, it's gonna become more of like a dog nose more than a snake, but I guess that's fine too. Curly hair beard. Sculpturing curly hair beard. Like you mean a single strand of curls on top of each other? That's what you mean talking? Like single individual, let's say, little snakes that are the curl on top? No, I've never done it. Not with polymer. I've done similar things with normal earth and clay. With this, I think the only problem would be that I would need some liquid clay in between, so I don't have to manipulate it too much. You know, right now what you see me doing is that I put it on top, I press, and then I try to kind of blend them together. but when I did it was bigger, and it was I mean there were curls, not beard, but it was more of a floral curls, like twine, and that worked. But earth and clay is completely different. Well, not completely, like the concept of modeling it's there, but there are some things that you need to know on polymer that you don't need to worry when you're working with polymer, and vice versa. It's time consuming, I suppose. Will you hate me if I tell you it depends how much detailed you want it to be? Like, I suppose everything can be very time consuming. I think it's interesting, like you see here, like on this side here, I have all the curls that I cut off earlier, right? So you can decide, let's say that this is part of the curl that you want to keep for the beard, and maybe you put another one on top, right? Now my question would be, a normal beard will not have two random curls, will always have a base underneath, so maybe you decide and you create the base underneath and then this on top. But then it's not as realistic, so maybe you take these off. You first create a texture underneath. At least this is what I did when I was working with earth and clay. You create a little bit of a texture underneath, you know, whatever you want to create it. Maybe you want just lines, or you want little spiral things, or whatever it is. Alright? And then once this is polished, then you add these on top to create, I suppose, more 3D, more textures, and then you might have, well, this is terrible, okay, so apologies for but just to explain to you, and you can go to the level of detail as you want. Or you can just have a bunch of Cthulhu little tentacles and just put them together and done. You know, it really, I don't know, really depends. How big is the piece? How interested are you to make it perfect or not perfect? But yeah, sorry, it's always like that, you know. No, it's like you're playing a video game and you want to become better at it. How long it's gonna take? I don't know. Who knows? So since I'm here, no, that's the wrong one. I'm trying to see if there are some changes that maybe I want to make on the depth of this mouth, of the smile here. Is the depth changing something? No, not really, but it is, you see, like compared to the other side, there's almost no 3D feeling, and if there is more depth, then the color will change as well in that area. And I can also work on making it a bit more round around this area here. All gently though. I'm getting tired, and I'm worried to mess it up altogether just because, oh, I'm tired, well, let's finish up quickly. So I might stop here. You know, it's one of these things that I might want to see it in the light as well, real light, how the mustache look. I'm already noticing that I would like to change something, but I think that between me being tired and the artificial light not giving me much help, I feel bad though, like I should fly through, you know. I shouldn't really though. Why am I doing this? because the alternative that I was thinking earlier is I could make something now that there is an idea of at least the texture, I could make an add-on on top of an extra curl on top like this. I don't know if you can see and if it does make a difference. But then this is kind of what I was saying before. I could make strands like this, maybe different thickness, and probably will give it more not complexity, but a little more dimension instead of just a blob with like lines. And that's what I was saying earlier, so that maybe it would be worth it to give it a try and test at which level different textures should be going, like maybe thicker at the top and coming down a little or different length as well. Yeah, like I think this is quite cool. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I will be doing. Let me see if I can. I don't know if it's visible enough. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. No, that's the wrong one. Apology, I'm still quite new to all this. Okay, autofocus, and let
Some
me zoom
days
in
you
further.
feel like a rock star, and some days you feel like a disco queen. With Spotify Premium, you can play the perfect song for however you're feeling, without ads interrupting your flow. And with offline listening, you can take your music with you wherever you go.
Can you see it
Get
though?
3 months of premium now for just 99
Yeah,
cents.
okay, great. Thank you for the leap of imagination. I think also the camera might not be particularly happy. But that's alright. So yeah, I think I'll do that. And maybe a longer one, not a longer one that reached at the end, but like a mid-length and another 2 little ones on top. And then we can compare. Yeah, I think it will work. I'm actually super happy about the progress, and I think it's been very nice to test possibilities. Look at him, so dandy. Oops, lost the hat. So this is of course not the final hat. It was just kind of a test. And the final hat could even be cloth, and by cloth I mean fabric. But yeah, so far so good. I remember choosing the yellow eyes because I was thinking about making it different shades of green. And now that we are talking about shades of green plus this kind of pink eccentric mustache, or maybe instead of being pink it could be a color that fits with red, even if the red will be quite far from him. So it might not be that relevant, to be honest. But yeah, that's him right now. And thank you, all of you that you're still online checking out. And yeah, quite a bit of progress building the snout here, deciding for the snake slits on the nose, which give me still a quite cute look, and we are getting rid of that tradition of you know who having evil snake nose. Probably your idea of before would have been to have them more in the center. I think I wanted it more cartoonish, so that's probably why I ended that. Red dragon with golden eyes. Red dragon with golden eyes. Yeah. But then red balloon. Maybe blue dragon with golden eyes. Like blue greenish dragon with pink mustache and red balloon. Balloon has to be red. That's like the vision that I had, and I need to follow that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I will post a couple of pictures on Facebook so you can see probably better than what it is now, the work done. And thank you for joining me. Much appreciated. Until next time. Bye bye.